On this vote, the yeas are 221, the nays are 202. There are one voting present. The joint resolution is passed without objection. The motion to consider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on the adoption of House Resolution 878, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title of the resolution.
House Resolution 878, resolution providing for the expulsion of Representative George Santos from the United States House of Representatives.
The question is on the adoption of the resolution. Members record their vote by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
On this vote, the yeas are 311, the nays are 114, with 2 recorded as present. 2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted, and a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The clerk will notify the governor of the state of New York of the action of the House. Under Clause 5D of Rule 20, the chair announces to the House that in light of the expulsion of the gentleman from New York, Mr. Santos, the whole number of the House is now 434.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Chris of New Jersey seek the floor?
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that when the House adjourns today, it adjourn to meet on Monday next, when it shall convene at noon for morning hour debate and 2 p.m. for legislative business.
Without objection.
Thank you.
The House will be in order. For what purpose does the gentleman from Stanton of Arizona seek the floor?
Mr. Speaker, I ask to address the House out of order.
The House will be in order. Without objection, the gentleman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, this morning we lost one of our greatest Americans. And today I rise, along with my colleagues representing all of Arizona, Republicans and Democrats alike, to honor the life and legacy of the most influential Arizonan in history, Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, who passed away this morning at the age of 93. Justice O'Connor spent her life breaking down barriers in pursuit of a more just society. She blazed every trail she set foot on, defying the odds stacked against women in the legal profession to rise to become Arizona's Assistant Attorney General, our first female majority leader in the state Senate, a Maricopa County Superior Court judge, and ultimately the first female justice on the United States Supreme Court. She brought her Arizona brand of pragmatism and independence with her to the Supreme Court, and was often the swing vote on deeply consequential decisions. In the years since her retirement from the Supreme Court, I've admired her steadfast commitment to preserving our democracy through objective, fact-based, and collaborative civil discourse, through her creation of the Sandra Day O'Connor Institute, and of course through the Sandra Day O'Connor College of Law at Arizona State University. Her work will inspire future generations to follow her example to become engaged and thoughtful civil participants. And with that, I want to yield time to my colleague, Representative Debbie Lesko.
Thank you, Greg. And thank you, colleagues, for standing in respect of a great woman. Not only a great woman for Arizona, but a great woman and trailblazer for all of American and all women across America. As was said, she was the first woman majority leader to serve in the Arizona Senate. She went on to be the first woman to serve as a Supreme Court justice. She stood up for truth. She stood up for justice. She's not only a wonderful woman and a representative of Arizona, but a wonderful American. And we are saddened by her passing, but she set the trail for all of us women. She was a great Republican, a great American, and we praise her each and every day.
With that, I ask the House to join me in a moment of silence. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
Okay. The chair will now entertain requests for 1-minute speeches. For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition? You are in order. Without objection, the gentleman is recognized for 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to wish a happy 100th birthday to Ruth Sellers of Mariposa, although the general consensus around town is she's really in her mid-50s. But skeptical or not, the town's going to celebrate with her tomorrow, and from our nation's capital, I want to join them to express our love and respect. An Army brat, she spent her youth in pre-war China and the Philippines. In the war, when she wasn't Rosie the Riveter at the Newport shipyard, she was a USO volunteer where she met her husband, Earl. After a successful career at IBM, she retired to Mariposa.